Hello, everyone. Good evening. We are here back on the banks of the Tanana River 24 hours after the tripod, after the tripod went out, and the ice is gone. Would you look at that? There are just a few chunks floating down the river, but even those have been very few and far between. So I drove out here just to see what the river looks like, and would you look at that? Gone. So any of you who were watching yesterday, you know what this looked like. It was packed full of ice, just a few open spots. We didn't even think the tripod was going to move until sometime today. But it surprised us all and went out last night at 6:47 Alaska Standard Time. That was the winning official time. And it is now 24 hours later. And it's actually 7:50-ish now because it operates off of standard time, but we are 1 hour later because of daylight savings time. So it is just about 8 o'clock here, 24 hours after the tripod went out, and the ice is just gone. Just a little bit on the banks, a few chunks floating down the river here and there, but all in all, it's basically just an open river now. Yeah, Rhonda says, wow, it sure cleared out. And yes, it did. Honestly, I was shocked. And I live here and I see this every year, and I was still shocked that everything moved within 24 hours. So that is the majesty of the river. And we've got, I was going to say a beautiful sunset, but honestly, it's really not even sunset yet. It doesn't get dark until close to midnight here. So yeah, that's what we're up to right now tonight. Looks like we have someone who wants to join the live video. Let's give this a try. Hey, Amy. Let's see. Is it working on your end? Let's see if she jumps on. If not, we'll just keep hanging out here. So yeah, you can see last night I was doing some updates underneath the railroad bridge. So there you go, there's the railroad bridge. That's where I was. And just hanging out there underneath, we saw the train pass by right above us. That was pretty cool. So just so you know, I'll give you a little tour around. So this back here, this is the Ice Classic office. So this is where all the operations happen as far as official, office duties. And I'll spin you around. You get to see a little bit of Nenana with this over 100-year-old church back here. We've got some awesome history in Nenana, but here's the clock tower. This is where I showed you last night where the official time was. Right in here is where the clock sits, and it's still stopped, and it stays stopped until next year when they hook it back up. The temperature is just over 50 degrees, I believe. It's overcast, so it feels chilly again, but thankfully it's not too cold. So yeah, this is the riverbank of small town Nenana. We have just over between 400 and 450 people here is the population, and we just love it here. So this right here is the highway bridge, and again, the tripod usually just sits right out here on the river between the two bridges. The railroad bridge, again, the railroad bridge is over here, And then the highway bridge on the other side. And this section is where all the action happens that we watch. So I don't know if you can see in the river, there are these just small white dots hanging out. Those are teeny tiny ice chunks. So, they're coming out here and there, a few down the river, but for the most part, they are gone. Eleanor says, thank you. You're welcome. And Dana says, just wow. I'm glad that we get to show you a little bit of our town. We just had some visitors show up. So, yay, more people looking at the river. Really, this is quite the pastime for the people here in Nenana. So the question is, are the winners determined yet? So one of the unique things about the Nenana Ice Classic is all of the tickets are counted and typed up and entered into the computers by hand. And even after they're into the computers, they are checked and double checked by hand, by humans, so that we could, so that they are for sure as accurate as possible. Yeah, it was fast and it went super quick. All the ice is gone. So back to the question about the winners, because it is all done by hand, the winners are not announced until all of the tickets are completely done. So as of yesterday, the tickets were not finished being counted, or not counted, but logged in. And so they are not going to announce any winners until they can officially double check every single ticket and make sure they've got all of them entered. So last I heard, it was still a few days out. So once those are all in the system and every single ticket has been double checked, then they'll be able to announce the winners. So yeah, that was a great question. Really good question. Yeah, you're welcome, Marcus. Yeah, Cheryl says, hard to believe the river is so open and calm. Amen. I agree. Excellent commentary. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, you're so welcome. I really enjoy being out here with y'all. Is the river high? It's not too high. I'd say it's about average. High is when it gets up to the riverbank. That's when we start to get a little nervous about flooding, but it's not even close to the top of the edge. So we're good for now. And the interesting thing was, oh, hold on. So Christine says, does the river usually clear out that fast? That is actually a really good question. I honestly haven't paid close enough attention from year to year to know how normal or abnormal this is. But if I would say, just from my experience witnessing other things, like other rivers and just everything, that yeah, this is pretty normal actually. I was gonna say, sometimes it takes a few extra days to clear out the chunks. So in this case, I am pretty surprised that there's not more chunks floating from upriver. But in general, once there's really powerful open flowing water, it clears out pretty quick. So that's a good question. So yeah, I was gonna say right before that question that I was attempting to do the first live broadcast off of YouTube, but it looks like my connection isn't strong enough, so that's why I ditched and came over to the fan page. But I just wanted to let you all know, first of all, thank you for any of you who hopped onto YouTube yesterday and became subscribers. That is super helpful because as soon as we reach 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours from anyone watching our videos, that qualifies us to do YouTube live broadcasts from my phone. So right now I actually have to bring out my laptop, you can see it's like sitting right here and still trying to go live. So honestly, in order to even broadcast onto YouTube, it would be way more optimal to be on my phone because it has a better connection. So yeah, if you go to YouTube and click the channel for Nenana Ice Classic fan page, find us on there, start watching the videos that we've already got uploaded. And that, if you're a subscriber, then you will get direct notifications right on your phone. Of course, if you have the settings turned on, but you'll be able to get notified whenever we have any updates, new videos, new lives. So you can follow anything that we do throughout the season to highlight the river or highlight the Nenana Ice Classic activities. Every March, at the very first weekend of March is what we call Tripod Days. And let me tell you, it is one of the best weekends in Nenana. That's when the Ice Classic hosts an event at the main community center, and they do contests. There's like dessert contest, hula hoop contest, which I have won several times, by the way. And it is just a blast. We have so much fun as a community, and then it lasts Saturday and Sunday, and on Sunday is when they stand the tripod up on the river. So again, that the tripod usually stands right out here, and it's a huge event because they'll come out. By then, the ice is totally frozen over. The river is completely solid, and they drive trucks out there. They plow the snow away and create a nice, tidy spot right out here, about a third of the way into like across the river. And then anyone who wants to in the community, we all help together and stand up the tripod, and they screw or nail it in place. They actually cut channels into the ice to lock it in place, and then they fill those channels with water so that it freezes over and makes the tripod really sturdy in the ice so it doesn't move anywhere all winter until, of course, breakup happens. So that is a huge event, and from there you can see the tripod from the bridge, and it's pretty spectacular. Everyone's really excited when you can finally see the tripod driving across the bridge. So yeah, exciting times. Oh, thanks, Jane. She says, you are an excellent commentator. Thank you for your time and positive energy you display. You are so welcome. Honestly, it is so fun for me to be with you all. So thanks for being here. And if you have any more questions, let me know. Otherwise, it looks like we'll be probably wrapping up pretty soon here. I will drop the YouTube link in the comments below. There's also one in the feed of the Ice Classic fan page, just, from the post that we made yesterday, but it'll be easier for y'all to find it if I drop it in the comments after I'm done. So there you go. Yeah. Any more questions? We'll probably take one more. Otherwise, you can just enjoy the beautiful Alaskan dusk. Like I said, right now the sun really isn't going down until after 11 o'clock, and it really doesn't get all the way dark until after midnight. So special, pretty unique here. Oh, and let me see if I can catch one of these monstrosity mosquitoes. Oh, it kind of flew away, but there have been a few hovering around me. Right, and that's another remarkable difference is yesterday I saw, I think, 2 mosquitoes. They were barely out. But today they are swarming, and that's breakup for y'all. Once breakup happens, it is full on spring, and the mosquitoes come out full force, and that's not happy. But everything else is happy. So Eleanor asks, is there a celebration after the winners are known? You know what? I bet a few people celebrate. But as far as an official celebration for the community, no, there's not. I think that would be a fun idea, though. We totally should do something like that. But, ooh, there's one big chunk of ice coming to say goodbye. Slowly, lazily floating down the river. Yeah. So, there you have it. That's the Tanana River in Nenana, Alaska, the greatest game in the world. There's the clock tower. Oh, okay, here you go. Oh, the mosquito flew away. I was going to show you, but. All right. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for tuning in and watch for more updates throughout the season. Yeah, you're welcome. So welcome. Thanks for tuning in this year. Bye.